I'm Alex. I am Alex.
Stephanie.
Jessica.
Maria.
Ashley.
Benny.
Dimitri. All right.
And JJ.
JJ in the background.
JJ's
You will know JJ
on
from time to time. And we are here. We're supposed to be in the snow, but we're at home right now, just casually just hanging out.
Mother Nature said no.
Yeah, Mother Nature said no. Yeah, and so we'll be reviewing, let's see, Avatar: The Last Airbender, some Love Is Blind stuff we'll be talking about, some reality show. We started watching a new season of Jersey Shore. We're guilty pleasures of that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and some other reality TV shows. Yeah, exactly, right. And then, yeah, and talking about this is our first podcast of the year.
Yeah.
As you reminded me, I was like, wait a minute, we haven't
This
done
is
one
the
in
first
January.
podcast. We could talk about if we want to do the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Super Bowl.
wow.
All the drama with that shit.
Yeah.
And then like, did we ever do our New Year's resolutions or whatever? I don't know. Do we even have any?
Are you sure?
Did we make some
mean,
goals or something at some point?
Well, yeah, we can talk about that once
No.
we get into it. I mean, because I think I got a couple things I could talk about. For that.
Okay.
No, you did. You said you were gonna cook more.
Well,
Oh yeah.
He has been. He's
I
been
have
posting
been.
it.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, you
You
said
did
you were
that
gonna do
salmon
that.
that you didn't bring.
He's been expert at making some customized pizza.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love making pizza.
Yeah. He's like, I love pizza.
I love pizza.
I love pizza. Drink break. Shoot. Where was I gonna go? Should we just go into Avatar?
Let's just get
Pressure
into
on?
that because
Alright,
that's
alright.
the big thing.
All right. Before you guys give your review, I want her review.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's what I want to hear.
I want her review.
People who haven't seen the original show.
Yeah. So if Maria did her homework, she would be in this conversation too. but she won't
So
be.
first off, yeah, I want to know who.
Sorry, I'm not a nerd.
So who hasn't seen the original
Marvel.
animated show?
Still not a nerd.
I've never seen it.
Have you seen the original Avatar show?
No.
Have you seen
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Original?
Yes. I made her
Okay,
watch
that's
it.
really
I
good.
made her watch it.
All right.
Oh, I really. Now I'm embarrassed. Now I'm embarrassed. Why should I have it?
All right. Yeah. So let's hear. Jessica.
I thought it was, first of all, I thought it was like another show like the Pokemon. Pokemon and what's the one with
Oh,
the
my
like
hair.
spiky hair one?
Dragon Ball
Yes,
Z.
I thought it was just like those shows. So I was like, oh no, same thing. And the only reason why I watched it was because I was here, and Alex goes, Dimitri just finished watching Avatar. and when he said that, I was like, I'm gonna watch it before him. So I literally just went home and
Yeah, a
played
spite.
it. I went home.
Bro, if there's one motivator, spite.
Oh yeah, I saw them all. I thought it was cute. I liked the whole like the themes. I think it was a little strong at times. Like these are young kids
Strong
and
themes.
yeah, like they're like everyone around them is dying. How right at the beginning the what's the guy's name? Aang. How his no, I'm gonna butcher all the
Well,
names.
no, because we laugh because we laugh because
We'll
Yeah,
get into that.
We'll get
Just
into
go.
it.
Just go.
So how his people die, like just all of them, all the death throughout the whole thing was just really hard. And then how the ice girl, how her parents both leave and how she's so scared that she saw how they killed her mom. That shit was sad. And then the last episode, I cried like 3 times.
Jeez.
I cried throughout throughout the episodes. I know that I cried a few times. Huh?
The girl with the white hair.
Girl with the white when she sacrificed herself.
What?
Yes, that made me cry
You
too.
guys just ruined it for me.
I cried over that. Just everything. But I thought it was cute. I mean, I understood it. I could understand it. I liked how they kind of modernized it a bit. Like they threw in some jokes from time to time. Like, so you could have thought it was like this was happening in our time, but in like, you know, some other universe. But yeah, I mean, I've heard so many things. Like, I remember people comparing the cartoon with whatever show came out, M. Night or something like that.
There was a live action movie that M. Night Shyamalan did.
And that was like drama. I heard.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan did the movie.
I saw them.
There was Do we want to get into that yet?
No. Just finish your review.
So I like the kid. I like the kid. I thought he was so cute. The way that he the way he would speak, and then at some point someone said something like, "Oh, like he has that charisma, that charm." How everyone really likes him, and I'm like, yeah, I like the kid. And I did think that it was. I thought he was gonna master all of the different elements. So.
It was just season 1.
Yeah, it's just season 1.
See, and I didn't know. I thought, well, what the hell? It's all like I'm already into the 6th episode, and he hasn't mastered any of the elements.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm like, okay, yeah, season 1. But overall, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Just good. I like when one of the avatars goes into his body, and it's the Asian lady, and she starts fighting.
The one with the Kyoshi.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
That one was nice. I really enjoyed that part. Oh, and I also liked how the girl, the ice girl. Yeah, how she at the end there was kind of like a woman theme in a way where they're like, oh well, why can't we fight?
Yeah.
And then and then at the end they're like, well, we all want to do it. And then you turn to the right, the guy turns to the right, and then he sees all the women that are ready to fight there.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
And then when one of the guys calls her master or something, and I'm like, girl power. That was it. Damn.
JJ attacks.
Maria, have you seen it? Have you watched the show yet?
No, but I will now. I know it's late for the podcast, but it sounds interesting.
That'd be interesting to get your perspective because I know you're into anime. The original cartoon is not an anime at all. It's anime inspired.
Yeah, it was originally shown on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I said it was with Nickelodeon or something.
It came out in 2005 and I think ended in 2009.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that long.
The original series has 3 seasons to it. So at the very end, this is the end of first season, so that's why he doesn't master all the elements.
Yeah,
Didn't know they were gonna do all
the
of
seasons.
That,
the seasons they're kind of like they're named like books. Yeah, book 1 was about book 1 was called Water because that was basically his journey with learning the water element.
So in the actual cartoon, are there multiple episodes of just water? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so book one. Book 1 is basically the season 1 of this Netflix show where it was basically him learning water.
Oh, okay.
So there's two other books, 2 other seasons still.
Oh, okay.
There's an order he has to master each element, so he already knows air, so it goes through water, earth, and then fire is the last element he has to learn.
Yeah, because there's a cycle, the show kind of touched on it of reincarnation, where when one avatar dies, he reincarnates into the next element of the cycle.
They said that.
So it goes fire, air, water, earth. So then when earth, it goes back to fire.
Oh, and then the fish dying was sad too.
The fish? You mean the spirit?
Yes. That hurt, and the way the water was so mad and was destroying everything. Yeah, damn.
Anyway, so this. We'll get into the M. Night Shyamalan right now because
I guess
our reaction when you said the main character's Aang. She said That totally brought us back because M. Night Shyamalan he wanted. Because all the characters in the cartoon are named a certain way. They say Aang, Katara, all this stuff, Sokka. In the live-action movie he did in 2010, he's like, I want him to sound more Asian. So instead of saying Aang, he says Sokka, Suka, or something like that. So people who are big fans of the cartoon show, they're watching it like, why the fuck is his name and Aang? So it became a huge thing, but besides that, the movie, the story, the plot point, everything was horrible from that movie. Even fans of the show just came out of the movie theater screaming, I can't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrible. And it was at the point where people stopped doing live action anime for a moment. Yeah, because it was just
live action anime was the worst.
Yeah,
fucking shit
it's still
that could have happened to cinema. Oh my god, I don't know why they did that. Shit.
Yeah, that movie got shit up.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of people hating on it, but I'm like, well, I've never seen the cartoon, so. Next.
So, who wants to go next?
I started rewatching the cartoon series because obviously I knew the live action coming out, and JJ started watching it with me, so he's into the cartoon series. He knows all the characters. Yeah. And then we saw trailers for the new movie, and then we started watching the show. He knew all the characters just by their costume. He knew them by name. And I was like, what the heck? And obviously he's in love with Appa and all the other characters. I was like, damn.
Yep.
But you are right.
What's the Netflix thing? Is it it's a season or a series? What is it? I thought it was a movie.
It's supposed to be, well, assuming they continue, it's good. It's supposed to be seasonal. So they're supposed to be, whenever they make it, there should be another season and then another season after that.
It was really good.
As long as they stick to the, the structure.
But right now, all the cartoon series are already available on Netflix.
Yeah.
How long did this season take to produce?
It's hard to say because like this was during COVID.
Yeah.
And then you have the writer's strike, so we don't know how long it might take to get it. But they're gonna.
But it's already written.
I mean, technically, yeah, it is already written. It's just
like the
there's some
graphics and stuff.
There's some because like, I mean, because as us who've seen the show, the original show, it's not exactly one for one of the original. There were some differences. Some that I liked, some that I didn't really like.
I want to hear each.
Yeah, Alex, you want to start?
I mean, it's more like nitpicky stuff. Like one, they didn't really touch on the fact that Aang and Katara kind of have a thing going on. They do have a thing going on, and they didn't really hint at that at all.
They're only 12.
They're children.
Technically he's only 12.
It's a Nickelodeon show.
Let's see, like for me, it's just more nitpicky stuff. Like the Cave of Two Lovers, where Sokka and Katara are in the cave, and they have to find their way through the cave and everything.
Yeah, that one.
That's an Aang and Katara thing in the cartoon.
And it wasn't, because in the cartoon, it was more. It wasn't sibling love. It was like Aang and Katara, like they started kind of liking each other. Mm-hmm. That was when I think when it first really kind of got into that.
There,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you were watching this show?
Well, 2005.
I was I was 20 probably. 2005? Oh no, 2005. I'm sorry, 18.
How are young kids watching this and they're like, ooh?
Well, they're all starting into watching now because it's available on Netflix, so they're getting a whole ton of new fans.
Yeah. But no, when the show originally aired back on Nickelodeon, it was insanely popular.
Really?
Insanely popular.
It got Serena Williams, tennis player, ended up loving the show, and she ended up voicing a character.
Yeah.
Like a quick side character.
Yeah.
And just recently, she just did like a commercial promoting this show.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it just all comes around.
Wait, but so who was the creator of this?
There's two guys.
There were two guys who. Yeah. It was like they wrote the show on Nickelodeon.
So this wasn't like a Asian show like Sailor Moon. That was
no.
It was like the originated from Japan and then came. No, this was they were originally
America.
Nickelodeon. It was original Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
And actually the writers for the show, the original animated show, I think they were going to be part in at first they were involved in the Netflix show. But then I didn't realize. I guess they left at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, just creative differences or something. I mean, because I can see why they mix some stuff where like they mix a little bit of events that happened in season 2 of the cartoon to season 1.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off.
One of the things is like Aang does eventually learn water bending in the first cartoon series, but I can kind of I thought they were gonna do more, but then you can see like everything's kind of rushed the story wise, so it's like there's no really time to make them water bend in the cartoon. I mean, the live action. Well,
because I looked up some. I think on the when I was looking on the internet, there was some interesting info about like the total runtime for the animated season 1, and then the total runtime of the Netflix season 1. Mm-hmm. The Netflix show, of the season 1, it's longer than the original animated season 1.
I think those episodes are only like 30 minutes. Anyway.
But even then, it's still. The total runtime was longer, so if they could have done it one for one and added a few things, but then instead they added a few things, changed some other things, and I don't know. Like some of it I have mixed feelings about. Some of it I have mixed feelings about.
Overall, like for me, I think it was really great. I love like actually a lot of the changes. I love that like you say it's more serious. Like it actually wasn't as serious in the cartoon, but. Looking back, I was like, oh shit, there's some dark themes to it, and it's like the Airbenders do get annihilated, but it's all off screen. This is the first time they're actually showing it on screen.
I remember
it's pretty crazy.
I remember because I started binge watching it in one day, and I was because it was a slow day at work, and I worked from home, so I was like. I was working on my
not working,
and I was working, and then I had the show on another screen, and I was watching it, and Alex was telling me, "Yeah, I'm gonna show JJ," and I already seen some of episode 1.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, just to let you know, like
When they show someone firebending,
like when they see in this show when they show someone firebending, it will show kind of what happens when you get burned by that.
Oh, man.
What happens?
Cool.
No, it is.
Well, because like in the show, it's just they
Oh,
kind
I
of
didn't
like
see it.
you know
What do you
like
mean?
Yeah, it's pretty
Like you get
violent.
burnt.
It's pretty.
yeah.
I don't know. I've never watched
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We never had Nickelodeon growing up.
And-
I wasn't
and-
gonna
and,
watch it,
See
so.
a live
Especially
barbecue.
the fight between Zuko and his father. Like you see him just slowly just. burn
Yeah,
his face.
that was
I was like,
dark.
whoa. I mean,
No, yeah, because
like,
in the show they just like it was
they
like,
hint it. They just
hint
hint
at it. It's like
but
you
they
know,
don't show
they
it.
don't show it.
Yeah, that
And
was.
so it's crazy. Was it obviously Aang is the bridge between the spirit world and the real world, so he goes into the spirit world, and then when you see some of these spirit creatures, some of them don't show up until book 2 or book 3, and then you see them, and it's like, holy shit, they brought him
Like
to
they-
life. Like it looked exact. There was Ko, the face stealer.
Well,
the owl.
he was Ko the face stealer was
Yes,
that,
yeah, that's
that
right.
was one change actually.
That he was in the end of book 1.
Yeah, he was in this like
Yeah.
he wasn't supposed to show up until
Later.
like later when
Who
when
is that?
the little
creepy
centipede looking guy.
looking
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to show up until like when they were at the North Pole.
Okay.
There was they changed
There's a
some
whole
of the
thing with
plot.
that
They
one,
changed some of the plot in the
Yeah.
North Pole.
But I still liked him either way. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
he's creepy as fuck. I was like, damn, they got him good.
I feel like I have to watch it again.
because
Yeah.
there was someone actually I think that
I
they
was trying to
said
get in there
who
really fast.
voices
Yeah.
Ko the face stealer.
Uh-huh.
Keep talking.
Shit. Yeah, the owl, of course. All these spirit monsters and everything. And
Did Sokka and Katara go in the spirit world with them? I don't remember that.
They-
No.
Yeah.
Sokka did, but not like the way they showed it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he,
then-
he was like one of the people that disappeared.
And then him meeting the fox, or you went.
Yeah, the fox, that's completely new. But I was like,
Oh.
I kind of like it. I was like, okay.
Don't they go into
Yeah, it
the
was-
world? They go.
That changed.
That's what I
everything.
thought.
Yeah.
So-
they changed.
Do you know who voices Ko the face stealer in the live action?
No.
George Takei.
Who's that?
Who's that?
George Takei from he was in Star Trek.
Oh shit.
Spock.
Oh yeah, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Holy, yeah.
I was like, because I remember reading about it one time. Like, did that
That's
really
creepy.
happen? I'm like, yeah.
Damn.
Because like I said, we were talking earlier. Like, there's a bunch of famous people who've
Love
been
the show,
in,
yeah.
who've been in the show too. Like in the original show, in the original animated show, Fire Lord Ozai. He was voiced by Mark Hamill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's,
Luke Skywalker.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the live action, it was Daniel Day Kim.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll go into Aang. I did like it, but at the same time I didn't because like he's usually more happier and chipper in the cartoon series.
Yeah.
He's chipper in the.
But he's a lot more happier.
Because it's a
happier.
Nickelodeon show.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's a lot
yeah.
more.
So
There's
he's a lot more
comedy-
goofier.
Yeah, a lot goofy. There's a lot more goofiness.
okay.
But I do have to say because they go more realistic about how his entire culture is wiped
Yeah.
out, and then he finds out the way he
Yeah.
finds out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I can see why maybe he's a little bit depressed.
One thing that I like, one thing that I, that they changed up as far as character development goes, since we're talking about it, Sokka.
Mm.
So in the original animated show, you could because the show tackled a lot of there was like sexism that they kind of like tackled in the original show. Like Sokka in the original show, he was kind of
Very
sexist in the beginning.
Kinda,
Like,
he
girls
very
can't
was.
fight or none of that. Like so when he met the Kyoshi warriors in the original animated show, he kind of like looked down on them in a way, or like, oh, girls, yeah,
Just women.
like, yeah, you're just women.
Then he got upset that he got his ass beat.
Yeah, and he does get his ass
but
beat.
then there was actual development that during the show he's like, oh, I was wrong about this shit,
Yeah.
In the Netflix show, because they talked about it too, like they removed a lot of the sexism.
Oh come on!
Yeah,
It
they didn't
wouldn't,
want
it wouldn't go.
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, they could have been used as a form of character development, or like
Yeah.
shows like, hey,
That's part of his character.
he was wrong, he grew out of that and learned I was wrong about that,
Yeah.
It was just like it could have been used as a teaching element.
Yeah.
Other characters I did like was Iroh and Zuko.
Iroh
Oh
is
my
one of my
God.
favorite characters.
You guys have to
He's
describe-
the
Zuko's
uncle.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
uncle, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is very lovable in the book, where
Very.
people are like, you got to get this character right when you put him on
Yeah.
screen, and they did. And
I love when he says, "So what's your plan?" And he's like, "The plan is, the plan is," and then at the end he's like, "So you don't have a plan."
Yeah,
That's the uncle, right?
Yeah,
That's
and it's exactly like
That's part of a scene later.
Yeah.
Where, like in the next couple of chapters, like you'll see Zuko develop a little more, and he'll be like, "Oh, the plan that the North Pole, like you didn't even have a plan with the Avatar."
Oh,
So it's like,
okay.
I do say like Zuko was like they lightened him up a little bit when he comes to confronting his uncle, because in the cartoon he's very like angry and puts him down a lot. He's like, "You're just a fat old man, and like you don't know shit," that type of thing. And here Zuko kind of respects him, and you see they show a flashback of Iroh's son does pass away from a war that he was
they didn't even show that.
And
this was
they hinted it in book 2 in the cartoon
Yeah.
series, but they show the funeral, and then Zuko comes and is like, "Hey, I'm sorry for your loss." And in the behind scenes, they play. There's just one episode in the cartoon series in book 2 where it's called I forgot Iroh Alone or something
Zuko
like
Alone?
that. No, not Zuko Alone. It's Iroh, and it's a special, and he does at the end a birthday song to his son that passes away from the war. Because Iroh originally is a general for the Fire Nation. He attacked the Earth Nation, and he ended up stopping attacking because his son passed away. And that's where he decided, like, I'm kind of like done with this whole war shit for right now. I'm just gonna follow my nephew. And here they kind of show it, like his son at the funeral, and then Zuko's like, I'm sorry for your loss. And they play this song that the original voice actor did in the cartoon series called "Leaves from the Vine," and it's it made people tear up when you watch the cartoon. And it's just like,
because what also was that, because that was the same episode where they did the tribute for the original voice.
The original
voice actor for Iroh in the show cartoon had passed away, so they kind of like
they still got
they replaced it. But in that episode where he did the song for his departed son, they did a little tribute at the end for
and they play that theme during the funeral. And so a lot of people who've seen the show, the cartoon series, and they see it in live action, they hear the music, they're like, "Oh my god!"
Oh,
so like
in the Netflix.
You hear it in the funeral scene, like that's Leaves from the Vine, and it's like, what the
Wait, I have a question. When at some point there's a village, and I guess the fire people are throwing fire, like they're throwing like, I don't know, bombs or something, and then the uncle throws them and says, "Save yourself." And then he says, "Long live
Omashu.
whatever."
Omashu, yeah.
So is he like? I took it as he is a soldier in like.
Well, when he was doing that, he was kind of just trying to draw attention to himself.
Yeah.
So that way, they thought, oh, he's just a regular Fire Nation soldier, so they wouldn't notice Zuko.
Yeah. So I thought that was like, oh damn, like.
That was kind of
long live the, I don't know.
That was
Fire
actually
Nation
that was actually also kind of a new thing that they. Speaking of Omashu,
he doesn't get
I do have a little issue also, speaking of Omashu, with how they portrayed Boomy. So that the king of Omashu, the old man, who crazy guy who was Aang's friend as a kid.
The green.
Yeah. So I was like, I have an issue with how they portrayed Boomy in this show.
Oh,
Boomer.
Boomy.
Well, his name's Boomy. So, like in the original, like in this show, he seemed more angry at Aang.
Yeah, you can never figure it out. Yeah.
But in the original show, he wasn't like that really. He was just a happy-go-lucky old man.
Very goofy.
Like when Aang first reunites with Boomy, he didn't realize that was Boomy.
So he was never. Was he always? I'm assuming he was a kid when they met.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was before Aang got frozen and 100 years passed. No, so when Aang reunites with Boomy in the original cartoon, Boomy's still really, he's still like really Aang's friend. He's not angry at Aang at all. He's just like, oh hey, long time no see. Anyway. Yeah.
Here's what we gotta learn.
Yeah, but it like in the Netflix show, I didn't really like how they made Boomy kind of feel angry at Aang. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but they took a more of a serious issue. Like, hey, you've been gone for 100 years, and here's what's happened since then.
Yeah,
you were gone.
I mean, I know why they did it that way. I just like the happy-go-lucky version of Boomy.
I know.
Because he was so likable.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if Maria watches it, I wanted to watch the live action version first.
Yeah.
Oh, first?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the cartoon will definitely sway your opinion about how the show.
Well, I never liked live
plus,
actions.
plus you'll still enjoy it. Like you'll finish it first because it's only 8 episodes. The live action, the cartoon series, like 3 seasons. Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, how many is How many episodes in one season for the
about
like
20 episodes
Oh,
a
yeah.
season.
Like 22 minutes long, you know,
Yeah.
normal Nickelodeon.
Oh.
Yeah.
standard
I
time.
can finish that.
Yeah, 3 seasons about 20. Like
Yeah.
season 3 is the longest,
Yeah.
but it's got
Yeah.
22 episodes.
Yeah, you can watch it with JJ.
But like, but
Oh, I will. Yeah.
He'll
on
rewatch
average,
it
like
again.
19, 20 episodes for the season.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I could get ready and like watch a couple.
Oh yeah.
I usually just put them in the background.
Yeah, and that's not including the Legend of Korra series.
Yeah, Legend of
I'm
Korra,
just-
yeah,
I'm just
that
finishing that one.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
that's also.
It's like a sequel. It's a sequel to
Yeah.
it takes place like
Oh, I've heard
50
of
years
that.
later
Yeah.
after
It's
Pass.
it's
the new Avatar.
The new
Yeah.
Avatar.
Yeah,
Because after every Avatar passes away, a new one gets reborn.
yeah. So
and
this
Korra
one
is the
starts
next
with
one.
Korra.
Yeah.
The Avatar is Korra from
Oh.
who's
Yeah.
from the Water Tribe.
It's a very interesting.
Wait,
It's-
so Aang died?
Yeah.
At
Well,
the
old age,
and
you know.
of old age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, you know,
It's
and
like 60 years later.
yeah, it's like 60,
But
70
Korra's
years.
also
Yeah.
old. Wouldn't
Yeah.
Korra
No,
also
no,
be
no.
old?
So
Korra
no,
gets
when
reborn.
Aang died, she was born. So it's just like when the show starts, she's like 17,
Oh, okay.
whatever, you know. And it's like, you know, it shows that the era is a lot more. It's kind of like more modernized in a way. I won't say more than that because
Is it a cartoon or is it?
it's still a cartoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so-
Yeah.
That one's got 4 seasons.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one's
shit.
really good too.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. It got a lot of hate that I think was undeserved.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
It was
I need
really
to go
good.
back and watch it.
I was after the.
Yeah,
after
that's
the
what I'm saying.
Netflix
Like,
show,
just
I
watch
was
the live action first, and then
Yeah.
watch the cartoon series because it's a lot.
How many
Yeah.
live actions are there? Is
Just
it
one.
just the
Just
movie?
this.
Yeah, we
just this-
we don't talk about the M Night
We don't talk
Shyamalan.
the
We
movie.
don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about them.
I'm gonna have to do the same.
I thought I saw something online. Like there was an
Rewatch
actual.
the new one and then
Yeah,
the old
watch
one.
it
So I haven't
first.
seen the cartoon since I was like 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like, it came out when I was younger.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. The cartoon is just. I rewatched
It's a
it a lot of it
masterpiece.
after the Netflix show. God, it's such a good show. Even
Yeah.
to this day, it holds up.
Yeah, it holds
It
up.
holds up to
It
this
holds
day.
up. And it's getting new. Like, it came out in 2020, so when quarantine was happening,
Yeah.
all these new fans started
And
popping
then-
up because of
And then they're making
a.
they're making a new animated movie, you know, based off the animated shows. A new animated movie that follows them when they're like adults, like
Oh, that's
20s,
cool.
30s.
Yeah.
So it takes place between the original animated show and the Legend of Korra. It takes place in between there.
So it's gonna be like people in their 20s. Is that gonna be on Netflix?
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably.
If it gets
It's
good, if it
Unless
gets
it's-
ratings.
In the in the
I think
in
it's
the
ratings.
Well, you'll see
Yeah.
Aang with his kids and. With
Who does he
the-
get together with?
Well, we
We
can't say
can't
we can't
spoil
say
it.
Spoiler!
We're gonna spoil it.
Wait, you
we're-
guys know?
Huh?
You guys know?
Don't say
We've
it.
watched the
How-
entire cartoon
The
series. We
cartoon,
know
yeah.
what he
Yeah.
ends up with.
The Water
Oh.
Girl, probably.
watch the
Mis-
show.
Misty? No, I'm just
Miss
kidding.
Ashton and Pokemon.
Wait,
Pokemon
with that
fan.
dog.
Why is it called Avatar? Because I also at some point I thought Avatar was the blue ones.
No, no, no.
Oh, yeah.
Avatar is the person that controls all 4 elements.
Yeah.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
But why is the movie Avatar also called Avatar?
Oh, you're talking about the blue cats?
Yeah.
No, those came
Oh,
after.
That's yeah.
Don't.
Those came
Yeah,
after.
that's a
So
whole
you should be
different-
asking why did they call the blue ones Avatar
Yeah.
when that
Yeah.
cartoon
Why
came
tell
first.
Aang came first.
And came first.
The cartoon
alright.
series came first.
So Avatar, there's an actual generic term for what an avatar is then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Avatar is an actual word. They just use it differently in the two
Okay,
franchises.
If you want to get more technical with it, Avatar is like, say you create a customized cartoon of yourself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's an avatar.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, I would get more into like. We'll switch out. I mean,
So
I
what do
guess
you
Stephanie's
what do you give
opinion
it out of 10? What do you give it?
more.
The Netflix show?
I give it like a 8 out of 10.
7.5.
I was gonna say something,
7.5.
but I was like, you know, I
7.5.
would say 8.
Wow.
I would
Yeah,
say 8.
at 7.5 at the lowest, 8 at the highest.
Yeah.
Like I said, because I liked it. Overall, I liked it. There was just some changes that I didn't like
Mhm.
that I felt they should have left alone. But
I just wish he focused more on waterbending the first chapter, but you don't see that
See,
at all.
see, our opinion
Yeah.
is swayed because of the cartoon series was so
Yeah.
good, and so it's like
What?
the level's already up here.
Well,
Well, maybe
As someone-
if
as-
the
yeah.
next season wasn't like 100%, so they just kind of wanted to mix it up.
Yeah.
so as someone who hasn't seen the animated, what
Yeah.
would you give it?
Well, she said she cried, so you know.
Yeah, but I want to like how I cried. I give it a 5.
Like I think like a 9.5.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
you hear that, carpoolers?
It was
Damn.
interesting and towards like it went into it right away. It went
Yeah.
into it, so I enjoyed that. I don't
Good,
like when it
okay.
takes forever
Yeah,
I,
I mean,
I feel like I thought it was gonna be
Yeah.
a bit of a slow burn.
It went into it, and then by like the third episode, I was like, "Hey, let's watch Avatar." And so
It's
that's
good.
that's when
It's
I
good.
knew.
You're like,
okay,
has Alex
okay,
seen this episode
okay.
yet? Oh,
It's
Yeah.
good. It's good. So I mean, you like?
Yeah, no, I just enjoyed the characters that actually resembled the animated
Oh, yeah.
characters.
That
And
was a
also
big
the
thing.
fighting. The fighting was
Yeah,
a
fighting
lot
was pretty good.
more improvement than
I
the movie.
I think the person, in my opinion, who nailed their casting the best, I think was Zuko.
Yeah.
Yep.
When he started talking, I'm like, that sounds a lot like Dante
Yeah.
Bosco.
Yeah.
You know, like the guy who played
It's crazy.
played Zuko in the animated show. It sounds like
Also
it sounded
Sokka-
pretty.
Sokka's
Sokka's
casting
pretty
was
good.
Well,
too.
dude, he's 12. That kid in real life is
Yeah.
12.
No, he's 14. Oh, I think at
Oh.
the time of filming he was 12.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
come on,
14
a
now.
12-year-old acting like that. All of them are very young. and
Stephanie
I'm
would be like,
good
he
for
acts like
them.
JJ.
No, I was
Do
like,
you want to
really
switch?
good
Give your
acting.
opinion. You good? Okay.
All right,
Tell you
so
what. I was gonna go into Love Is Blind, but I need her
No,
here.
yeah.
No.
no,
We'll save it
we
for
still
someone
need
else.
to hear their point of views.
Of what? Didn't I not give it?
I gave mine.
Oh, okay. You got, like, it was more like a.
Babe,
so,
do you want to give it?
a
Yeah, I wanna hear
7.5.
it.
What did
I'm
you?
not gonna remember characters.
Why
from
a
my opinion.
7.5?
She called Aang
Huh?
So
Why a 7.5 for you?
Just because it changes some of the stories
Yeah.
that I feel like they try to condense too much at
Okay.
once and just switching it up. Other than that, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with it, but at the same time, it's like, why are we making a live action when we already have a perfect anime version?
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Money.
I did
And right
enjoy
now,
it.
nostalgia is really big in like
Yeah.
entertainment. So
Yeah. I did enjoy it, though.
Will the sister come out more in the next episode?
Katara?
Oh,
Azula?
Azula,
Oh,
yes.
Honestly, I was
She
surprised.
wasn't supposed to be in the
she
first
wasn't
one.
even. She was
Yeah.
never in the original animated show. She was never in season. They introduced her at the very, very end of
It was like a
season one,
cliffhanger.
like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I was surprised that they even introduced her in season one.
I
But she's a
like-
big part of it. She's a big part of the next two seasons.
Oh, okay.
Like a huge part.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah.
Of course, I googled like all the actors
And
afterwards
I
just
really
to see
hope
who
they
they
get
are.
more into
Mhm. Cute.
Appa, I guess, because that was a
They
big.
didn't really show much of Appa.
No, they didn't. And that's
I just
that's a big
realizing
thing.
that now.
That's a big thing in the second chapter, or third?
Yeah, in the second, well, in
yeah.
the second book, yeah, the second season, there's a Appa. There's a couple episodes dedicated like that revolve heavily around.
Lost
Yeah.
Days.
Yeah, yeah, because I won't say more than that because it's a plot point, but
They better get into
yeah,
Appa.
I'm interested. So yeah, I want to hear both of yours. I haven't heard too much about it from either of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was your opinion on the
Well,
show?
the cartoon. How'd you like the cartoon?
I was so young when I saw it though.
Really?
Yeah, it was a
Yes.
long time ago.
Yeah, but what do you from what do you remember?
More so the end of it. I don't want to spoil
Okay,
a lot of
all right,
stuff.
fair,
How-
fair,
Yeah,
fair.
like
I can
probably
see.
the Fire Nation one.
So if
Like the big plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
really
want to know how you felt being what you said 10 and watching Aang kind of having a thing with the girl. How did that feel? Like, cause you're young at 10,
Do you
you're
remember
young. How did like?
Vaguely.
Do you remember that or?
Not
Were you
a
like,
lot.
"Ooh, I
I
hope
know
they
how
kiss."
they. No. Oh, like that? No, that didn't bother me. I don't think I really caught the social cues like that. Or like
Oh,
those
okay.
cues. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
when
didn't
you're-
think
at that
about it.
age,
I
you
didn't
don't
think
really
it was
get
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you're a kid, you don't think about that.
Really?
Yeah.
At
I didn't think
12?
it was.
okay, when
How
kids
old
my
was I?
age seeing all the
What
nasty
year did
shit
it
that you would always.
2005 to 2009,
I'm
so
trying to think of where it
I was
was.
at least
05,
14.
I was 14, 15. Oh, I was a year older than you, so
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Dude, at 12,
Oh, you know,
my
I was older than
friends,
that. I
my
was older
friends,
than that.
my friend was skipping class,
Ooh.
going to go hang out with her fucking 22-year-old boyfriend.
Damn, and you're telling this on the
Oh shit.
on
Yeah, no, I remember the police showed up to my school and they put us all, like my friends and I, in the office, and they're like, "Where is she?" And I'm like, "What the
Where is
fuck?"
she?
And she developed really early, but they were like, "You know, if something happens to her, you guys might be responsible." They like scared the shit out of us because my 12-year-old friend had like skipped school.
But I remember you telling me that. That's so crazy.
But I feel like the love connection in there doesn't happen until the very end.
Yeah.
Of the
Are
last
they
chapter.
older though?
No,
No.
I mean, they're,
Are
I mean,
they
because
they're a couple years
so
older, maybe like a year.
the whole show. I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler to say the whole show from seasons 1 to 3, so from seasons 1 starting to the end of season 3,
About a year, right?
it's a year.
Yeah.
It takes place within a span of a year.
What's up, JJ?
So Aang starts at 12. It ends at when he's like 13.
13?
Yeah.
And at that time, I mean, when you're 13, you start seeing, girls and guys.
In a
start
different
seeing-
light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember anything really other than the.
What
about
about,
the-
more like a
what about
teenage
the Netflix
love,
show?
I guess.
No, I haven't seen.
Oh, you
any
haven't
of
seen
the-
it? Okay.
No.
Okay.
You guys should watch it. Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, I want
think
to
it-
get.
I think
Yeah,
it
you
will
two
for
need to
sure.
watch it and let us know how, after you watch it.
Next podcast, I got you.
Yeah, right away they
So
go
you've
into it.
you've seen.
So you're like, oh, thank God.
Okay.
All is it 8 episodes? I forgot. 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Of what?
The
Oh,
Netflix
it's
show.
only 8
Yes.
episodes?
Yeah,
No, it's
They're like an hour long.
yeah, it's about like an hour long each.
Did you watch them with JJ or with Alex?
Oh no, we watched.
If you watch it with Alex, then
Oh,
you
okay.
watched none of
Okay,
it.
so you paid attention.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on it? Oh, did you watch the animated show with JJ and Alex?
I watched it with Alex, but it was like a little like I'd come in and out kind of like through some of the episodes, so I'd have to watch it all over again to kind of like be more focused on it.
Right.
But I just like what you guys continue saying that it seemed rushed. That right away seemed like was kind of like what I felt as well. But I feel like it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'd give it like a 10.
Nice.
Oh,
Give it a
what would you
10.
say? So I guess I'll just who would you say was your favorite character? I'll ask this for everyone.
I'm like looking through the characters again. I'm like,
So there's Aang,
yeah.
Sokka,
I like Appa.
Katara, Zuko, Uncle Iroh,
Zuko grew
It's all
on
about
me.
Momo.
Zuko. Yeah.
He grew on me eventually because I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
Like an origin
But he-
story at the end, like
Yeah.
knowing why he's all red.
well, yeah, that too. I really liked,
Yeah.
how they, got into that
Yeah.
a little bit more. Oh, okay. His storyline when he was on, when what's his face was sharing the story with,
Uncle Iroh
when he was sharing his story with the other
with the crewman.
crewmen.
Yeah.
Did they talk about that in the animated?
Yeah,
series?
they talked about it a bit earlier in the show, but they did basically give Jin the same kind of outline.
Yeah.
Like this is what happened to Zuko, why he's got the scar, why he's on this mission.
I just didn't remember that portion of it, but I'm like, when I saw it again, I'm like, what the? I'm like,
Yeah.
but no, I really love that. I loved the evolution of his character so far, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it's gonna get better. Well, it will. It's gonna get better, especially with like his sister and all. I'm just curious to know how that will
Yeah.
carry on in the next season.
There's some interesting development between all of those characters. It gets good. It gets good. Season 1 I like, but season 2 and 3 get better. I think, in my opinion. As far as the animated show, hopefully if they do the Netflix show, it goes the same way.
Yeah, I feel like that would be like that's. But yeah, so far I think that's the character that I most. I liked Aang. He was a cute character.
So, but who would you say is your favorite character so far?
Momo.
Oh, Momo! I almost cried when I thought he. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was. I think that was new, right?
That was new.
Yeah, that was new.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So yeah, who would you say is your favorite if you had to pick one character?
That was nice.
Fish.
What's up,
Baby
JJ?
Margaret?
Let's play Baby Margaret.
Play Baby
How do you go
Margaret?
baby?
He wants to
Play
wrap
Baby Margaret.
the deer in a blanket.
Play
Like a baby.
Baby
Oh, that's kind of a
Margaret.
hard question.
You have a favorite character from
Princess
season 1?
Yui
Play
was pretty
Baby Margaret.
cute too.
Baby Margaret?
Probably Uncle Iroh.
It's fine.
I also did.
What's Baby
enjoy-
Margaret? JJ, what's Baby
Yeah.
Margaret? Can you show me?
Pretend it's a baby.
Sokka.
Sokka. Okay.
Sokka was a good character. I think he was well cast.
You gotta remember.
The Katara's brother.
Yes, that's my favorite.
He was a good evolving character as well.
Because he the way he hears his dad, that was hurtful.
I knew you were
Oh,
from.
Yeah, they didn't show that in the animated show. I think.
Yeah, that was all new stuff.
That was new stuff.
So
Yeah.
I definitely love that.
Actually, now that I think about Sokka, in season 1, he never kissed Suki, did he?
Oh,
That was cute.
she kissed him on the cheek.
Yeah.
He was
That
a
was cheek.
slut in that.
I was like,
He gets
he get it on with it.
I was like, what the
It's like, yeah, dude.
But he deserved all those romances.
He did.
He
He
did,
did.
he
Yeah.
earned it.
I think Zuko over time.
Does it go overtime? Oh yeah.
Zuko.
Oh yeah. Yes. hands down
his
the best
and his
arc.
uncle. Just
Yeah,
between
Uncle
them.
Iroh.
They're such a good pair.
Uncle Iroh is one of the best
Such a good
characters.
pair.
Wait, he
I
says
love-
that cutie, the girl that keeps,
Oh my god,
that
yeah,
keeps
that's
telling him that he's a cutie.
I
pie.
know.
Oh, June.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think didn't that happen in the cartoon too?
Only difference is in the cartoon she's like, "Where's your creepy uncle?" Because Iroh keeps hitting on her, and here she's like more flattered by him, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, he looks cute."
Yeah.
But like spot on the characters, they look exactly like they look
Yeah.
in the animated
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Do
Like, it's
Yeah.
it's
Like
crazy how accurate they got. Well, especially June with the mole rat looking
she was
wolf thing.
perfectly
Yeah.
She was
casted.
perfectly casted. Turns out her mom is the Kyoshi Warriors captain or the leader.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the main leader. Yeah, in real life. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, the girl that kid kisses at the beginning.
Mhm.
Oh, I wish I could have seen more of her, cause she wants to get out. She's a warrior, but she wants to get out.
She does come back.
Oh, really?
Minus
Yeah.
12,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
liked
she
her.
She does come back.
does become a recurring character.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
I
No
liked
one
her.
gonna talk about the fucking creepy episodes.
Which
Oh,
one?
well, we did.
Well, which
we
episode?
did talk about. She's talking about Ko. The face
Ko the
stealer.
face.
Yeah.
I was saying that in the live action it's voiced by George Takei.
Oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Wait,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
face in the tree?
No, the
The face
the
Ko
centipede
Centipede.
looking guy.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
during that episode.
Well,
I'm like, what the?
So actually, in the animated show, I think in the animated show it's a little bit creepier because in the animated show he doesn't come up until like when they're already at the North Pole. There's like a plot line.
Yeah,
and he
that's
has to
fun,
go into the spirit world to look for something, and in order to find it, he has to go go talk to Ko the face dealer. But they tell him when you're talking to him, you cannot show any emotion on your face. If you show the littlest bit of emotion, he'll steal your face. So like in the show, he tries to scare Aang a little bit more, like with like jump scares or whatever, like trying to get him to show emotion. And
Why does he steal faces?
that's just
That's
who
just,
he is.
That's just who he is. Yeah.
That's just who he
He's
is.
just creepy.
Yeah, he's creepy in the show too. But yeah, that's it.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised when they showed him that early.
Mm.
That and the owl.
Oh yeah, the owl.
Because the owl doesn't
The
come
owl
up.
surprised me. I
The
was
owl
like,
doesn't come up until season 2, and he's a big part of the story.
Wait, what is it? What is the owl? I don't think I remember an owl.
The owl was just a giant spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the second season, there's a few episodes that revolve around him, but I won't say it unless they adapt
that was
it.
probably some of my favorite episodes
Yeah.
in the animated one.
Hug him, dude. Hug him tight.
JJ's hugging his little deer right now. My baby Margaret.
He almost fell on his neck.
I know he did. He was like,
Um,
but he held on to Margaret.
I know. Okay, so
Hey, who'd you like?
I guess we'll end it.
My
Yeah.
favorite character, Iroh, hands down.
Iroh.
Which was
yeah,
Iroh
Iroh's
again?
for me. The uncle.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Iroh.
We gotta put him name tags on these guys. For me.
You got her. All I know is Ang and Oppa or Appa.
Not
Aang.
Aang.
And Appa, because he called it out at a Hot Topic store.
Oh,
And
man.
so,
Yeah, listen to JJ.
You like Arrow?
Iroh, yeah, Iroh for sure. They got him right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
He was. Did you recognize where he was from?
Yeah, something convenience store. It's on Netflix. I've never seen the series.
Well, he's also in The Mandalorian.
He is in the Mandalorian.
The X-Wing
yeah,
pilot?
That's, yeah.
Or-
Sorry, JJ's making crying sounds in the background.
not Margaret.
Wait, he was in the Mandalorian?
Yeah, that's right. He was in the Mandalorian. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
That
the
actor.
X-Wing pilot.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. He's a very side character.
Yeah, he's a side
Okay.
character.
You will recognize him. Okay, going into there, I guess we'll conclude that for the Avatar part. I know we've been leaving you on the blank, Ashley, for a while. Like, do you have any shows that you like to watch on Netflix or any streaming services at this moment?
Or
in
even
time?
like recent ones.
Or what has Maria forced you to watch at this moment in time?
I mean, aside from Friends, I'm new on that. But
Yes!
I've been watching Suits. I'm
Suits?
almost done.
I heard that was
I'm
pretty
the
popular.
last season.
Next one is Scandal.
Scandal? Weren't you into Scandal for a minute?
For a little bit.
I've actually seen it. It's really good.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Scandal.
man.
Scandal, I love.
was about to talk
Suits,
about
I'm on I'm at the end of season 4, but
Okay.
I did have to go to the end of
What?
because I needed to find out like what happens, and the fact that they keep us at the edge of our seats from fucking season 4 all the way to season 8. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I needed to know. Everything else is interesting, but what I really wanted to know takes me 8 more episodes to find out. That's like bullshit. But that's it.
No, if anything, she's put me on into Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How long is that series?
Major emotional damage. I cry almost every other.
It's a lot of emotional damage. I get so fucking invested.
Grey's is so good.
No, I'm
beginning
really
was
into it. Yeah.
good. The beginning was really good. Eventually, I lost it when like all the new episodes come in. I think when the wife, after the wife comes in, I kind of just started.
Well, it's early on.
Oh, after her.
After that, and then the McSteamy when he comes in, and then eventually I just kind of.
Yeah, she's the one that ruined it. She told me that they didn't get together, or what do you call it? Meredith and yeah, they don't get to. Well, they do, but I thought right after he leaves. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert if anybody hasn't already watched it. Okay, can you bring the baby? Can you bring the baby over here? Bring the baby. He needs his bottle. Go bring the baby. He needs his bottle. I thought they get together right away, but they don't. I was like, are you kidding me? Why are they gonna make me go through all of this?
Yeah,
it was so annoying.
15 more episodes.
I
15
know.
more seasons
that's right, yeah.
before you find
I know. I've already seen spoilers on TikTok of what kind of happens with all of them. That's not the baby. What is this? Bring me the baby. Bring me baby what?
Baby Margaret.
Go bring baby Margaret.
Who the hell named that?
I know. Who's Margaret?
He did. It's from Daniel Tiger.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he still watches Daniel Tiger?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he remembers the last episode, which Daniel Tiger was happy.
Anyways. How cute. What are we gonna talk about? Love is Blind.
Who's watched Love is Blind?
I've seen clips,
I only seen
and I've
clips,
obviously
so-
followed the TikTok drama, but I don't know
You can
much
tell the
other than that.
I haven't watched it.
Should we even watch it? No one's even watched it. I don't have to watch it. It's just another train wreck of a season. What are we gonna say?
Do they already have the reunion?
No, not
It's
yet.
not yet, right?
Not yet.
I think the next few episodes will come out probably next couple weeks.
I've seen a few things. It's like
Yeah.
the Megan Fox couple, that whole thing,
He
and
told me
then
about that.
and then how they think. What is his name? I want to be like his name is Keith or because
Mama,
Clay, maybe?
I don't know how they think he's gay.
Oh,
And he was also on some
he
really
was like a principal,
popular,
right?
like he's on a really popular like talk show host, and he sounds completely different.
Oh.
Yeah, he like sounds different than he presented himself in the show.
Sounds like his voice?
Yeah,
Or
his voice. Yeah,
how
like
so?
at this on the show.
It's like a softer tone? Or
On the
is it
show,
like-
is he not speak like super timid? He doesn't really talk a lot, right? From what I
He's
heard.
very quiet. He does talk eventually, but he talks very educated, as you can tell. Like he's a principal or something.
Yeah.
But then it's like he sounds very stupid with the way he acts sometimes. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, it's cool.
and then on the show, like the talk show, he was on promoting something. I don't know what it
Yeah.
was. Super deep, like completely different voice.
Wow.
They sound like a different person. That's all that I know.
The reason why we're excited about this series, I mean, well, we've been into the series since the beginning, and like obviously, if you know the concept already, it's just like couples are. It's like what is it? Speed dating, but like you don't see the person you're dating. You're literally just talking to them, and you create a connection, and eventually the end goal is you propose to them, and then next thing you know, within a month or so, you're getting married to them or not. It's up to you, and. The first 2 seasons were really good because it was actual love or whatever. There's been the 4th season was actually pretty good as well, but like the season between that and this one is now it's been people realize like how famous they get after they're on the show. So like a lot of them,
It's just there for
the
fun.
drama on screen is almost as big as the drama off screen because now we find out some people have gone on the show where they were already in a relationship. Some were just finished an engagement and it's hey, I'm just gonna sign up for the show for whatever. And 10 days later, and like it's like they just get on there for clout because they know they're gonna become famous afterwards.
Yeah, that's how it
But
seems.
I
So-
feel like Netflix really dropped the quality of it
Yeah.
because they were actually reaching out to people through Instagram,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, would you like to sign up for this show?" and stuff like that.
Really?
As opposed to people signing up
Yeah.
for it.
That's
Yeah.
how
So
they
it's
get
they
people.
both-
Before
it
people
happens
used to
both
sign.
ways.
Yeah.
It happens both ways, so that's where they really like feel like they're getting the drama out of it. I feel like it's just so dumb, like unorganized.
Well, I mean,
so
it's
messy.
reality TV. All reality TV is really like scripted.
Yep.
I know a lot of Jersey Shore was. Good segue. There you go.
But it's just it's just you see these toxic relationships and it's just like, oh my god, like you can tell, like there's one couple, we'll talk about the Megan Fox thing, where the girl says on the other side of the wall is like, you know, like some of my friends say I look like MGK's fiance or something like that. Machine Gun Kelly, Megan, and then the guy goes like, you look like Megan Fox, and his eyes just light up. He's like, and he was already in a love triangle with some other girl, but then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna pick you because you just said, he didn't say it, but his eyes said, and so when he finally meets her, he hugs her, and then he looks off camera, and the camera catches his eyes, and then it goes to like a video of just him, and he's like, yeah, she kind of lied what she looked like, and it's just like. And it's just like
you do see it a little bit.
Yeah, you can see his eyes. Bit. It's just like, oh my god, dude. But then it gets worse because like obviously the couples eventually match and they meet other couples and they're like, oh wait, this is a girl. Because at one point all these guys all dated these girls, but only a few of them they had connection with. And then like, you know, some they actually see some of them. They finally see him physically, and then sometimes this same guy, he says stupid stuff like, oh man, that girl looks awesome, man. She has fat ass, whatever, like that. And then like his fiance's right there next to him. It's just like, it's awkward. He says a lot of stupid stuff, but then later on you find out the girl is like so insecure where she's always questioning like, do I look good? Am I beautiful? Am I pretty? Do you like me? Did you kiss me? And it gets to a point where it's like, now we're like, break it up. Just break up. Because it like the roller coaster between them is ridiculous. Where like Americans are just telling him, stop it. Just stop it. Just end it. We were talking about this guy that apparently I heard he was on a talk show of famous person. I can't remember if it's Kelly Clarkson or someone else, the principal. Apparently this guy's 20, he's 25 and apparently he's the youngest principal in America or something like that, so he was on a talk show. Yeah. And he is very, you know, educated the way he talks and everything. He does meet this girl, but then towards the honeymoon, it's like he shuts down. And
wait, he must live in like a really bummy town or something, in like the middle of nowhere, because
a 25-year-old.
25-year-old principal.
I just said that.
I know, right?
No, it's like it's hard.
Yeah.
You need to have the correct credentials, and there's so many people already in these schools.
Yeah.
Who are like on track to become a principal, you know? It takes time before you can just be that principal, so.
I saw that boat scene with him. Did he talk at all?
Eventually,
or do you think they probably edited it that way, right?
They did, but then like eventually you see him talk about dolphins because they see a pod of dolphins. They're like, oh, look at dolphins! And they get some talking, but then like later on they show another boat scene where the boats finally stop. They're just laying there relaxing, and he's just like, he literally tells like, yeah, in my past relationships, you know, my exes used to say I was too affectionate, and she's like, oh, okay, and they're both like religious, and so like they're waiting until marriage to have sex. But she's still like, hold my hand, that type of thing. Like, so she's literally going out there, physically grabbing his hand, and just trying to be affectionate with him. But when they get home, it just gets even worse. Where they finally get their phones back, and obviously as a principal, he does have a lot of emails to catch up on, but he doesn't, put his phone down. He doesn't still give her affection. And eventually they have that talk where it's just like, I was like, dude, end it. And he like gaslights her saying that because she's not affectionate toward him, he's not going to be affectionate to her. And I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, like he ended up becoming kind of a villain. And it's like, dude, you're kind of a dick. And then like later on, he leaves upstairs and the mic catches him saying, hey bro, you ready to come pick me up? And like he was already ready on breaking up with her and then leaving. And she's just there like,
but the way he made it seem in that scene was very like he was ready for her to say something
he
that was
waiting
bothering her for him to be like bomb, like
I'm waiting for her to break up with me.
For an out.
Yeah.
And it was so unfair the way she did it. Like at the end, she was like bawling. She did not deserve that kind of ending. Even if it was like that, he wasn't into her anymore. I feel like the way he ended it was like. It was like almost like attacking her in a way, like hella gaslighting her. I'm like, she did not fucking deserve that.
How many seasons of Love Is Blind are there?
There's quite a few now.
There's like 8.
There are a lot.
Maybe? 5 or 6?
5 or 6? Oh, it's not 8. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Are they shorter episodes, or are they like up to 40 to 50?
No, they're
45,
about...
right? Like 45?
No, like 12 episodes. Yeah,
Oh, minutes,
about like 12 episodes. Yeah.
11 or
That's
so.
how you say
Yeah. It's exciting because it's something for you and your significant other to yell at the screen.
It
about
is.
stupid
It's
companies.
so interesting because
It-
like, even with the way he explained, he's like, yeah, it takes us forever to like finish it because we constantly like pause it and then like it creates like it brings up like a conversation to like
we're
back
constantly
to
like
it.
talking to each other like, what the fuck is that guy thinking? Can you believe that shit? So we're yelling at each
Oh,
other.
March 6th is the next episode.
Yeah. And so it's just that we found so much drama. Like, you know, like this one guy was on the show and ended up finding out that he was previously engaged, and then 10 days later he applies for the show or something like that. Or the show reached out to him.
I heard about
Yeah,
something
and he
like
goes
that,
on there.
yeah.
And then we find out about this other guy where his ex-girlfriend confesses on the internet saying, here's the text messages that my boyfriend at the time was on the show, and he was telling me, because we were both like, I think they're like fitness models or something like that, and he was trying to get on the show for clout, and he was going to tell his girlfriend like, hey, I'm just trying to get on there to be famous, we can make money, and then we could buy a house or something like that. And so whatever you see on screen is going to be fake and stuff like that. And eventually he ends up, I guess, maybe breaking up with her, maybe falling for one of the girls on the TV show. But she decided to show her receipts on the internet, and it's like,
Dude,
okay.
I mean,
And it was a guy that we actually, like, we should have caught it, because like when these guys are in the pods and they're asking each other like simple questions like, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite food? He answered, my favorite movie, is The Notebook. I'm like, and he's like this big buff guy, and it's like,
That's nobody's favorite.
I'm like,
movie.
I'm
That's the one that girl who said she was Megan Fox was gonna be with, right? She was like in that angle.
yes,
Wait,
yes.
I heard that I saw something about him being the real villain. Is that
Yes,
why?
Yeah. Too many villains on the show.
There was another girl supposedly that they were talking about how she was dating that guy who was dating someone else. But basically, it was like kind of the same storyline that her and her boyfriend had planned to, like, you know, that she was gonna go on the show, and then to so many episodes that she was gonna just, you know, call it quits eventually. And I'm like, what are these people planning? Like, this is such like easy advertisement for like whoever's like trying to blow up on IG.
But I mean, Netflix knows that people love that shit and they're gonna watch it. So
I'm just surprised this show has lasted that long. 8 seasons.
I don't know
I
why.
saw half of the first one and I was like, this shit is
In my head, I keep confusing it with Love Island. I think just because of the love in the beginning, I'm just like,
No, I remember the first one with it was the white dude and the black girl who end up having like a baby or something. Is that Love Is Blind? Yeah, they meet up and then they become like they're pretty famous on IG. The
They
first
don't have
one.
a baby though.
Are you sure?
They don't
I
have a
thought they
baby.
had a baby.
The black girl and the white girl.
Yeah.
The scientist guy or whatever.
He reminds me of
But they don't
Serena
have a baby.
Williams' hubby.
Oh, I don't know what he looks like.
Where's JJ?
Brushing his teeth.
putting his baby.
Hawaii, and they filmed in. Because
I wanted to go so bad.
So you guys were talking about Jurassic Park here.
I wanted to go so bad.
Random topic.
Well, yeah, the shirt. That's his shirt. And
Yeah.
then I read Costa Rica in the back.
So
Oh yeah.
So in the book and the movie, it takes place. The dinosaurs live off an island off Costa Rica.
Oh.
Something cool.
Yeah, but the actual movie takes place in Hawaii.
My friend came
Somewhere.
to town. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I was supposed to go, and then my friend was gonna come in town, but we just didn't.
You can go?
But,
Man.
But you
I
used
really
to live in
regret it.
Hawaii, right?
Mhm.
How long did you live there?
like 2 years.
Oh, really?
What did you do
Yeah.
while you were out there?
Huh?
What did you do? Like, were you working or just?
Yeah, I was working out there. That's where I did like retail management.
Oh, really? The one out there?
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah.
You surf or do anything out there?
Not really. Retail life was completely crazy. I never had a planned day off.
Can I
So I
rub
was
my
trying to make
head?
friends other than my coworkers. So
So, I mean, did you spend a lot of time at the beach?
yeah, I did actually. Yeah,
No.
I did.
She lived there.
Paddleboarding, paddleboarding, all that good stuff. But
Yeah, she's gonna take me paddleboarding because
Yeah.
when we did it at
Oh
when we
yeah.
went to Tahoe.
Oh,
Tahoe, yeah.
oh, Tahoe's perfect to paddleboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got an adventure bug on you, huh?
I like
You're like, yeah, I love to
paddleboarding.
do it now. And the next thing you know, you're going on inner tubes in the river, getting this
American
girl
River?
flipping over.
American.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
They went to where'd you guys go? Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
Yeah. They went down kind of like the inner tubes like we did. They're in the river.
Oh, did they have someone crash them into the rocks too?
Yeah, and no, she didn't crash in the rocks, but she flipped over and there's a picture of it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I flipped over because so I don't know how to swim.
I want to make it my
I don't know how
screensaver.
to swim. So they were like, these are pretty fast rapid currents, and so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I was just really hoping that as long as I don't fall, And there's a part where the way the water hits, it hits next to a rock. And so it kind of goes like this, but then it turns. And so you would see people fall from time to time. And sometimes they're like, if you fall, just kind of hold on and just keep going. And I'm like,
You have to like
gonna happen. No.
tuck.
So I hit it. And the next thing I knew, I was just like going under. And I just remember thinking, like, I'm gonna die. Like, this is how I
Dude,
die.
you were able to stand up.
No, because then I remember
They were standing up in the water.
because I remember I the only thing I can remember was like my mom being like, but who sends them out there? Who sent them out there to, like who told them to get in the water when they don't know how to swim? Like that's all I could hear, and I'm like, Mom, cry, I'm dead. But yeah, that was and it was so sad. But then the worst part is that like a few days later we get home and they start posting all the pictures. And there's like a camera that's just taking pictures. It's not a person, so it's just a camera flashing. And you see me like holding on. It's like
It's
two
like
pictures.
three pictures of you holding on, tipping, and
And then the other one, it's just that fucking tube all the way turned around. I'm like, dude, they fucking caught me.
She sent them to me and I couldn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you I was laughing.
I know. I was waiting for her to laugh because I sent her one at a time, and it was like 11 o'clock at night or something. And then that happened.
Let me see again.
Pictures? Here, I'll
Jessica
show them.
eating it.
Let me see.
Woo!
Start from the beginning.
Oh, there's also there's a little the ones that
Wait,
are
have you
legal.
ever guys gone to the Sacramento and done that?
The what?
Sacramento one? Yes.
Yeah.
We did that one a while back.
so much fun.
The American River. Where you're just chilling. And I mean, I haven't been there in years, but like I remember the time we were doing it. It was just great. We had a ice chest. And we were just drinking beers and just chilling.
My
No,
family does
bitch.
a lot of that stuff.
Can you guys
Oh,
see
that's
it?
so cool. I can't. Oh,
No?
yeah,
Can
I
you
see it. Oh, yeah, go for it.
I'll show you now. So that's me. Oh, no, so that's me. Oh,
Look at your Nina.
so that's like I'm flipping and then I flip.
Ooh, I can't.
Could I pass it?
I'm sorry. No, yeah, go ahead. I don't know why. Just
Dude, the
To
guy,
this-
I thought it was hilarious.
no.
And
At
then-
first, I was really scared because I'm like, I can't get off.
Yeah.
I can't go back.
And then
I
as
wanted to
I'm
go to you, but I couldn't.
Costa Rica.
Where was this at? So you were flipped over?
yeah. And so then then when they're like stand right here. They're like stand right here. So I stand, and then the guy's like get on top of the rock, step on my foot, and this is like a tiny little dude, and he's like step on my leg, and I'm like I'm gonna break your leg.
I will
And
crush
he's like,
you.
no, you're not. And then I'm standing on top of the rock. And I look at her and she goes, "Bet you fell?" I'm like, "No shit. I'm all wet. Yes, I
I
did.
ate
I
it.
fell."
Because I was crazy.
But after that happened, I'm like, well, the worst happened.
Yeah.
That's literally what the worst
That
thing
was
that could have happened.
literally the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But
I was
that
so
one was
wet.
fucked up though. That last little like,
And after that, like
cause they would
30
push
seconds
you,
later,
dude.
30 seconds later, it was over, and I'm like, really? I fell in
I
the
know.
last 30 seconds. That was bad.
There's that part in the American River too that we had like an 8-person one.
Mm.
So and it was not meant for the river. It's meant for a pool. And we had all of our beer in the cause I had a net bottle, all the beer in there, and then we hit a dip, and it sunk us and then flipped us out, and everyone who's on the front side, like if I'm going towards you guys, everyone fell.
Oh.
Everyone fell forward, and our boat almost tipped. It was insane.
Not the beer.
No, it's just everywhere. People in the river just throwing it back to us.
Oh yeah, the beer just floats. So it's all good.
Yeah.
They went through something like that.
Yeah.
Legit.
Oh.
It's fun though.
Oh yeah, with Jess, you know.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
We did a family trip
Don't mind you, not
a
to
couple
meet
years
you.
ago.
Couple years ago.
Coloma River.
Coloma Resort. We're going there again this year.
Yeah, and we went down the river once in inner tubes. Some had their own kayaks or whatever. Fun time. I actually did hit a rock and whatever. I walked away from it. So
It
it was fine.
scratched your butt.
No, it bruised my butt.
Oh, okay.
I had a butt bruise. But then we were like, this is so fun. Let's go do it again. And so what we didn't realize is that by the time 5 o'clock, they closed the dam upstream, and so the water was less. And so so like we have to lean back, and so we didn't realize that. We're just going again. By the time we started noticing, hey, there's less people in the water, but hey, more room for us. And
Yeah.
little by
That should've
little,
been the
more
sign.
people's inner tube started popping because it was hitting rocks.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's tie all our inner tubes together and have the kayak lead us, whoever's riding the kayak.
Yeah.
And so we're just like a giant V almost of
yeah.
inner tubes and kayak.
And one of
all
our
tied
cousin
together.
is like leading us all with the paddle, and he gets distracted easily about random stuff, and we're going down, and he starts doing the SpongeBob. I don't know if you've seen
JJ.
SpongeBob, the dual bob like hinoi minoi minoi. Doing that shit. He starts, and he's looking at us, so he's not. He's still
No.
no. No, hinoi minoi minoi.
Come on, you know, do
So he's looking at us, not paying attention to what's behind him. Who's the one steering us?
Yeah.
And then he turns around, and we see
I
bunch
wipe
of
my
rocks
face from
and
water,
paddles.
and all of a sudden I see is a boulder right in front of us, and
And you're all
everyone
everyone
flies.
that was just the first one. Then we started hitting a bunch of rocks.
Yep.
And then
We're
what was
rolling at
a
this
good
point.
community of rafts tied together. It's by the end of the whole thing, there's like maybe one left that hasn't popped.
Who was that?
I don't know. It didn't matter because we all
It was
lost.
just,
at
cha-
that
it was
point.
just chaos.
I
So-
hit boulders. I literally got I got cuts along on my butt because of the just hitting the
Yeah,
rocks
yeah.
that hard.
I mean, at this point, you could stand up in the water, but it wasn't worth it because the current was too strong.
it was
so you
a
just try
strong
to float
current.
when you can, and then eventually people started
Branching off.
just to get out of the river, and so we're losing people down the
Like some
everyone's
people
getting
stay
on.
on the water.
Yeah.
Some like me and Alex get up off on the bank of the river
Yeah.
and start walking all.
Yeah, we ended up started walking through some random forest, and then we hit a big campsite, and we just
Yeah.
walked through there. And we're like, we all know to at least go to the parking lot this
Yeah.
this direction.
Yeah, we
So everyone
all meet
meets there, but some people are this
Yeah.
guy lost his shoes here, hopping on his foot.
Well, no. So after we got through all the rocks and stuff, we all started checking. Okay, who lost what? I remember I was in the river and I started. All right, whose shoe is this? Whose glasses are these? And then I found the bag with Dominic's keys in them. His car keys were in there. Hey,
dude.
don't lose your car keys, dude.
Were there electric keys or just?
No.
Oh.
Well,
It was just. I mean,
It's like-
but yeah, it was like I was just pulling stuff out of the river. Like, hey, whose is this? Whose is this? Whose is this?
oh my god.
And by the time Alex said we were losing people were branching off. We met up at this parking lot by a pizza place, and they're like, "Oh wait, where's we lost Ben and Daniel and Matt, the
Yeah.
youngest
We were just
youngest
waiting for
ones."
people to show up.
We were like, "Oh shit, where are they? We gotta start looking
We
for
lost
them."
some people.
We lost the miners.
And
Oh,
they
no.
never saw them again.
And then we start walking around. One of our cousins, Frankie, he's got the inner tube around himself.
Oh yeah, Frankie.
And then as we're walking down, he starts lifting
Flashing
he's
people.
flashing the drivers walking by. And
Frankie. I forgot about that shit.
yeah, so we get back to the campsite eventually, but we're just cut and bruised
Yeah.
up and just.
And we're like, we're done for the night.
we told Jesse, you've lost your privileges
Yeah.
ever again.
Still gotta
That's
get
where you
back
guys went
Until
wrong from the
this
beginning.
year.
I could.
I was about to say that.
Wait,
Y'all
what?
trusted him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's a great memory though.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
Yeah, it is.
How we almost died.
Yeah. And then this weekend, I just wanted to throw a snowball at Maria. That's all I wanted to do.
You wouldn't have
Yeah.
got the chance. I'm so
Yeah.
freaking fast. You wouldn't have been
Last-
able to. Are you kidding me?
You would have been slipping and sliding all over the damn
Remember
I
place.
last-
had
why
I
I
had
forget
hiking
you.
shoes.
You remember the last? You know
I
what I'm
had
about to
shoes.
say, right?
Yeah.
So you last.
It was actually 5 years ago this weekend. We didn't realize we didn't plan it that way, but we went on a snow trip, and all these guys all came, and I don't know why, but we did a lot of our snowball fights at midnight,
Yeah.
and we just hey, got a couple of drinks, let's go throw some snowballs at each other. And this one, what'd you do?
I hit Benny over the head with a shovel.
Oh my god, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So
He still doesn't
so-
remember now.
No, I remember. Well, I remember how it happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're throwing, we're on a team throwing snowballs at each other. I'm crouched down in the snow. You're behind me, and you're flinging people. You're flinging
Yeah.
snow with your shovel, and you didn't realize I'm right there. So on the backswing, you knocked me in the head.
Oh, you do remember.
But you told me a minute later, you're like, I think you hit me on the head. And I'm like, you didn't feel it? I think I did, but I'm like, what is that? I did. I was like, what was that?
He's
and
like
then
5
that's
seconds
what-
before he
What
lost.
did you think it was a rock?
No, I'm
Is
like,
my
what did
head
I
that hard?
hit? But then I didn't see anybody, so I'm like, okay, cool. And
Yeah,
so
because I was laying down on the
drunk.
snow.
He was already on the ground. Yeah, no. Did it hurt? You remember, right?
He's still alive.
I mean, I'm here.
Yeah.
So
Still gotta pay his plastic surgery. Yeah.
I had a slow reaction. Like I was drunk. I was drunk. I
Yeah.
was grabbing snow with my hands.
Look, that sentence right. I was drunk. Summed up the whole experience.
Yeah, no, we were
Snowballs
fucked
hurt
up.
though. Snowballs, it's literally
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
I remember when,
Oh,
when,
hard ice.
I remember
Yeah.
when we first pulled up,
Soft is not
because I was riding with Dominic and his ex.
Oh yeah.
We pulled up, and as soon as we got out of the car, you all just started pelting us with
Yeah.
snowballs.
Yeah.
That was good. That was fun.
I think one of us fell on our ass while we were trying to run away from that.
Hmm.
But
I
yeah, it
can't
was
remember.
fun.
Yeah, that was a
Dude.
fun show.
Oh, and then Frankie, he like they when he found out there was the hot tub out there, he in the snow. Remember?
Did he go in the hot tub?
Yeah, he went in the hot
Yeah.
tub while it was snowing and shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's right. Oh my
Did
god.
somebody else go? I thought it was him and somebody else.
Maybe.
Wasn't me. That's for
No,
damn sure.
Jesus, dude.
What's up, JJ?
What's up, buddy?
That was
You
fun
go to
though.
bed. Damn.
That was the only time I've been in the snow. I was excited to go this time too. I mean,
I
you
know.
I can't believe that you haven't been in the
Julia.
snow before then.
I would
No,
have
for
tried skiing
that.
for the first time.
Oh yeah, I want to try skiing or
Yeah.
snowboarding.
I heard it's like the
That sounds
perfect weekend to go.
No.
Yeah, it was.
You weren't able
Even
to
next
maybe
to-
like, oh yeah, to move it to another week maybe.
have they said anything?
Well, huh?
Have they said about maybe moving it or something?
The house. Well, we would have got like 50% off, but then it's like the hard part is getting all of us all to get the same weekend off again. So it's like that's where it's like, oh, I'll just take the money. So I'm just waiting for the claim to go through. I mean, I can still pay our portions of the amount that we have so far, but I'm like, shit, I hope the claim goes through because this was a fucking blizzard. It just ruined everything. So, and yeah, they were just saying they're closing that, like, grocery stores were being hoarded, kind of like quarantine was.
Oh,
Oh,
people just going to go. So even if like we're like, our plan was like, oh, let's get there and then we'll go get food and then we'll go get some drinks, and it's like, nope, no, this everything's hoarded. So it would have been just ruined all around.
Did they say how long it was gonna last? Just the weekend?
Oh, just a weekend.
The weekend, it seems.
I mean, we're
Happens to be this
also
week.
getting it here. I mean, the
Oh,
Yeah, but it's
that's
not
right.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to be in a house with all you guys all sober. I was like,
Damn. All right.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
I would have brought my own.
Everyone bring your personals.
Yeah, I did tell him. I was like, I think we should maybe buy some alcohol out here, just to make it
So
easy.
what had ice chest?
Yeah.
You don't need an ice chest.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Because the fact that my mom was gonna go too, and she could have taken care of Julian while.
We drank.
Yeah.
Hit Benny on the head with a shovel.
Yeah.
Well, at least Maria gets to see Ashley. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Thank you, Snow.
Thank you. Oh, wow. She would have made a snowman or snow woman out of Ashley.
I can only hope. I can only hope.
No, yeah, I had her picture printed out and everything. It's gonna
Nice.
put it on this one.
Okay. Should we call it?
Sure.
I don't have any other topic.
Oh, good.
All right, guys. Thank you, guys, and thank you, Ashley, for being on this
Yeah,
podcast.
thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Welcome.
yeah. Usually we're more focused, but you know, with JJ running around, but you know, we'll get better later on. But yeah, thank you guys. We're in the car, out the car, wherever you are, and hope you guys have a great day. And what does Stephanie say? Good night and good morning.
Good night, good evening, good morning.
Yeah, something like that. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.